I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while if the reasons are plenty, but right now I ain't seen none. I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from
Did a camp. We're chunking. There we go. Did a camp. Did a camp last week and really enjoyed it. And so we're like, okay, well, sign-ups are now. So do we just make them do lacrosse? Because any after-school thing that he gets excited about, it's like you just fucking jump at it, right? Like,
yeah.
So I don't have your kid who's playing 3 sports right now.
Well, and it's ridiculous. Like, playing is a little absurd because the football stuff isn't playing, but
yeah.
I didn't think like weight training started till like high school in the off season.
Dude, I had no idea. It's been like almost like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
because they're like
kids doing weights.
Yes, with the high school coaches.
Yeah, I thought maybe the incoming freshmen they get him in. Maybe
in June, May.
In June. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's all voluntary. And I told him, I was like, dude, he's never played football before. So whatever. I was like, you're not going to get cut. Like, believe me, you're not getting cut.
You're not going to Sheldon. So
right, exactly. Yeah. But he's like, oh, Sheldon's new coach is here and blah, blah, blah. And our assistant used to play at Oregon. And
If your dad knows anything, it's that you're not going to get cut for those reasons.
Right. I was like, but yeah, it's and he's having fun. He says it's fine. It's not cutthroat or anything, but I just think it's insane that they're starting now.
At 6 a.m. Yeah.
That was so wild at South, where we had the 1 year where there was just all ex-Oregon coaches and everybody was bought in, and then all of those coaches realized that nobody at the school is actually bought in, and they're like, oh, we should go to Churchill.
Yeah. It was a good business decision by them. I mean,
totally. No, I'm not mad at them at all. Yeah.
By the
way, as I say that, WCP in the chat, that sounds like Churchill back in the day. Hit them weights early.
No,
yeah.
It's he came home today and was telling me, oh yeah, we didn't actually lift today. We just did this thing where they taught us how to lift, and it was like one of those. It was a deadlift thing where you did the deadlift and you push up and you bring it down. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck?
The worst one, like jerks and cleans. Those are the worst.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whatever. I mean, good for them. They're doing it to get commitment early. I understand it, but it takes me by surprise. And if he doesn't wake up, I'm awake because I got to go to work, and we don't live that far away from the school. So he just takes his bike on a day his friends in the neighborhood don't go, and they coordinate that shit. And I'm like, I ain't going to make him go because he's still in 8th grade. He's still an 8th grader. He is not even a freshman yet. But he's gone every single time in, the last 3 weeks. So
gotta love it. Gotta love the commitment, right?
Yeah. He's telling me about buys and tries and how he really loves buys.
Good for you.
I love buys too.
Yeah, gotta support the buys, right?
Hell yeah.
Just wait till he starts mocking you for like glam muscles. Like, I know you, Dad. You only worked on your glamour muscles, didn't you? I'm working like my delts. I'm doing these shrugs here, Dad. Come on.
I hated weightlifting in high school.
It was the worst.
It was the worst. They didn't make it fun. Like, looking back at it, I'm like, it totally makes sense, and it's completely necessary. But I didn't need the meathead being like, oh, it's Guns N' Roses, it just, I don't know. It didn't vibe with me.
We had like the 4 or 5 dudes who took creatine and shit. And
that's the thing. You weren't taking enough creatine.
No, we weren't on the androdostine back then and the creatine. And so that was our problem, is that we weren't doing
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
I did pretty good in weights, but I had nothing on that level. I didn't want any part of that. I remember that.
I didn't mind the lower body weight stuff. I hated bench and like the bench stuff. It was just so it was too meathead for me. And I wish I embraced it, because why wouldn't I want like pecs and biceps? You know what I mean? I had no problem doing squats. But like the bicep where everyone's like, oh, who's good? Go! I don't know. I didn't like it.
Did you cut up a T-shirt so you could tie it around your bicep right there to make it pop just a little bit extra?
No.
You know,
No.
You for sure wore a headband though, didn't you?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Or sleeve cut off into like a makeshift do-rag style.
No, I didn't do that. I wish I did. No, I'm of an age where I just did the Jason Terry headband.
Oh,
yeah, that was the thing. You do the Jason Terry headband, Keith Van Horn socks with like the big shorts too.
Yes. Oh, I love the high socks.
Oh yeah, big time. And they gave us those too at South. They gave us like those really baggy shorts, like for working out, and then the super high socks. It's perfect.
And now the socks are mid-size.
Yeah.
And the shorts are
Well, it allows you to get extra deep in your squats now. Is the thing with the shorts.
Yes.
That sort of fits too, because the play on the field was also mid. So all right.
Hey,
and the coaching was mid. The field was mid.
Had we beat North Penn, we would have made the playoffs that one year.
That 1 year, so close. Yeah. pesky Coos Bay schools.
The refs were crooked.
2 schools in Coos Bay. Did you know that? 2 of them, and they both kicked our ass.
It's funny you say that. The other day, I was just driving around and I parked to go into like an Albertsons, and there was a Bigfoot beverage truck, and the back was open, and the guy had old school Marshfield Pirate stickers on the inside of his like truck coolers, and he had the new one, and I was like, the 2 older ones, like, those are so much cooler. They were so menacing. The new one, when they show like individual teeth, I'm like, that is so lame. Old one was scary as hell, man. Skull and crossbones.
I mean,
if you're not
your high school's
like, you're out there
already,
listening and you don't know what we're talking about, just Google like Marshfield High School Pirates logo. The old one was awesome. The new one is so lame. It's got a tilted hat and individual teeth. It's lame. Yeah. Boo.
PC gone wrong. Am I right? Lame stream media.
Has the limp left taken over Pirates too?
Yeah, they have all their teeth. The Pirates back in the day had about 3 teeth each.
Yeah.
Should we blame Amber Heard for this too? Damn it. Topical.
Who amongst us doesn't poop in a bed?
Topical. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Google the school itself too, because it looks like it's actually like literally an old insane asylum or something, right?
Drive through a graveyard. It's pretty menacing.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about Marshfield is the baseball field, because it's played in a neighborhood, which is awesome. But if you play when it's sunny on the 4 days in Coos Bay where it's sunny, and you're playing in an afternoon game, you literally cannot see the pitch because the sun is beaming off like 27 window houses. It's awful.
By the way, before I actually introduce the podcast, we got asked, did you use lift gloves?
Oh, no.
Where would one get lift gloves? That's what I want to know.
Listen, man. I wanted my right hand to be calloused naturally.
Whatever we use is given to us. We're not going.
That means no shea butter for you. You just do it dry.
No.
Rough and raw, rugged.
Dry.
Yeah. It's like a Wu-Tang clan of hands. Rough, raw, and rugged. No gloves, just weight belts, said WCP. We definitely had dudes who used the weight belts for sure, because they needed to protect their backs, because they're fucking 17 years old and they have bad backs apparently.
See, I ran into the problem of, especially at South in football, was there was a lot of guys like me where it's like, football is not my main sport I'm playing. but all the weight meathead coach guys are trying to get me like weighing like 200 pounds and can barely run anymore. Just like, dude, I need my shoulder to be able to like get over my head to throw a baseball. I can't have my fucking delts and traps looking like a 1980s guy with a cowboy collar. It's like, come on.
I would have loved to see you weigh about 210, just muscularly built.
Well, if it was,
you would have looked like every dude from New Jersey, basically.
No, he'd be muscle hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%. Apparently, somebody never saw Roger Clemens pitch.
Clemens was
a rocket.
He was all thigh and ass, though. That's where
he was what?
Degenerate. He was all thigh and ass. His lower half weighed like 200 pounds.
No, that's what you got to do if you're a pitcher. Squats and lunges all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, see, that's how they try to bait me in. You know, I like first year like, oh, we should come out for wrestling. I'm just like, dog. Clearly, you've never met me and dealt with me. I'm not running long distances for shit, and I'm not hitting the weight room 3 hours a day. I'm sorry. I play baseball, man. I'm jogging in outfields.
Yeah.
So we have to get off this soon because high school talk is lame as hell.
Yes.
But I remember freshman year basketball practice tryouts or whatever, jogging up top in the gym and watching the wrestling practice down below. And like you said, coaches are always like, oh, I need to join wrestling. And I was like, I am jogging at a leisurely pace. And you guys are fucking each other up. Nope. I'm good.
Like the one time they tried to make us do like the crab walk or whatever during football workouts, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. That's all you fucking do for the sport. That's the sport.
Terrible.
No.
Crab walking and bear crawls.
And salute to wrestlers. You got to be a crazy motherfucker to do that. Like, nope. I'm not into that. It was too much. It was too hard.
One of our classmates getting inducted to the South Eugene Hall of Fame this year. Gabe Hamill getting inducted for wrestling and coaching wrestling at South. So,
is he still coach there, or is he too
S.
rich now?
Yeah.
Is there still a team there?
No, he doesn't need to have a normal job at this point. Yeah. You would think he would be a wrestle coach if that's the case, right?
Actually, no. I've come across some of his videos. He's too positive now.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh yeah, you can't be positive. No.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Like fucking 15 minutes in, I'm Alex at TSB Pod. He's King at Jeromney. He's Ski at TSB Ski. We're on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/abrog87 ABRAWG87. Watch us every Thursday. Join the chat. Join our Discord, Sports Brewery in the Discord. Movie on Sunday, if you want to watch it, listen to us talk about it, is Fast X. It's on Prime right now. So Fast X. The Jason Momoa.
Boy, it is Prime.
Jason Momoa vehicle, if you haven't seen it yet. So watch it. Listen to us talk about it on Sunday. Okay.
So my NFL team, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar about this, is the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are familiar. And they've kind of been accruing these Super Bowl championships, and it's like people are annoyed by it, and I'm kind of tired of it. It's
Mahomes,
whatever.
Jackson
Mahomes? It's another one, the 3 or 4, whatever it is. I don't know. But every time they win one, I'm like, I'm going to buy a piece of memorabilia, like clothes, whether it's a t-shirt, hat, whatever. And so I've bought, the new era, cool hat with the Super Bowl logo patch. I've bought the locker room hat, which is terrible. And then, so this year I was like, oh, there's this hat that looks kind of retro. It's fake retro, but it's wildly different from the other 47 hats that Fanatics, fuck those guys, are offering, right? I was like, so I'll buy it.
Does it look like Christian Okoye wore it back like that
yes.
era? Is that the
yes.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and it doesn't even say Super Bowl champs. It just says Super Bowl whatever on it. And so I bought it, and it came in on Saturday, right? And so I went to the supermarket to get a few things Saturday afternoon, and I wore it. And There were just a couple people that they weirdly looked sharply at me, and then it kind of melted away. I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, the first time I was like, oh, do I know that person? Oh, no, I don't. No, okay. So later that night, we went to a comedy show. The wife and I went to a comedy show and go up to the bar to get a beer or whatever. And same thing. There was just a couple of sharp little looks at me. They were brief, very short, but just noticeable. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like they were scanning. It was like, oh, you. And so then I get up there and, the comedy show starts and this guy is like, hey, man, one of the comics is like, hey, man, saw you in the red fucking hat. And I thought we were going to have a problem.
It looked like a MAGA hat.
Oh, you think? It even has the stupid fucking bump. This fucking piece of shit hat even has the stupid Donald Trump fucking bump on it. Look at this piece of fucking shit. And this is a $50 fucking hat. And then I realized, everyone thinks I'm wearing a fucking MAGA hat. And does it not look like I am?
That's a new era one also.
This new era?
It's not. It's just the only one that looked somewhat retro.
My guy, that hat looks like shit.
Oh, of course it did not look like this in the picture. It did not look like this.
Who made that hat?
Huh?
Who made that hat? What's the company on it?
4-7.
Oh wow. You got some knockoff championship gear, my friend.
Look at this bullshit.
Yeah, the bump is.
Yeah.
The bump is MAGA.
Yes, it is. The bump is MAGA.
And it's driving me insane. And I don't know if I can ever wear this out of my house again.
I wouldn't wear it.
I feel like there's every way you could beat down that point so it lays a little flatter and not.
Yeah.
There wasn't even this crease in the picture. Fanatics is the worst. It's the worst.
You're saying I shouldn't buy any Red Sox hats this year?
Well, I wouldn't worry about them winning World Series.
No.
Hucklebenny says he has a Blazers hat from them and he won't wear it. Yeah.
It's awful.
He says 47
like
grand. He says I like their designs, but they have horrible fits. It's like, no, that design is terrible too, by the way.
And that's the thing is I don't care. I was like, oh, it's a shitty retro looking design. I'm purposely buying because I could totally buy like the corporate, ones that everyone else is getting. I was like, I'm going to purposely buy this little shitty one. And in a few years, it'll be funny. It'll look even more retro than it does now. And it just sucks. The hat fucking sucks. Look at this. Look at this. That is a fucking MAGA hat, man.
Did it have like the little cardboard insert in the front there? Like
Did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Never again. Because Fanatics owns the whole fucking world. Never again buy anything other than New Era because what the hell? Now everyone thinks I'm against women's rights, black and brown people, IVF, voter registration. I can't wear this. Do you know how hard it is to be someone who reps a Missouri team in general? This is impossible. Well, this makes it look like I'm at a Josh Hawley rally. It's gross. I hated it. It's awful.
Throw it on. How does it look backwards? Throw it on backwards.
Nope.
See, it's because it's not fitted. It doesn't work either.
No.
Oh, you fitted freaks. Get out of here.
Actually, mine's not fitted either. Yeah, no, that doesn't work either. We can't. I don't know that we can wear. I mean, Ski, you're doing fine with it, but I don't know that most of us can wear backwards hats anymore, man. Like it was a it was a thing for a while that everybody did and it worked, but you really gotta have a specific dome for it nowadays.
I can go
you gotta respect Fred Durst is what you gotta do.
That's it. Yeah. And we know what he did it for. So
Exactly.
WCP says he can wear backwards hats. Must be nice. Must be nice. Yeah. Jeez, that reminds me of the new Thorns jerseys that everybody's giving them shit for.
Just letting you know, Trump is up by 3 in Michigan, just so everyone knows.
All right.
4 in Georgia, 2 in North Carolina.
So what we've learned
4 in
here,
Arizona.
What we've learned
No
here,
one's seen a better hat.
Yeah. The fantastic hat.
the best
Perfect
hat.
hat.
I buy the
Perfect
best hats. The best hats. They're all mine.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Look at my
saying
little American.
you got to get the hat and you got to get the matching shoes. 2-for-1 deal. $200. People say that's a very low price.
We're giving it away at this
We're
price.
Practically giving it away, yeah. No, but like I was seeing the Thorns jerseys that they released this week I had my Thorns hat. That's making me think of it too. They look like McDonald's jerseys, is what I've heard, and I can't unsee it now. And so I actually, when I first saw the pictures, I was like, oh, those aren't terrible, I guess. And then somebody said McDonald's, and I'm like, yep, that's Ronald McDonald jerseys. That's exactly what's going on here.
Ronald McDonald has a good house. It's a big house.
The biggest house.
Lots of good things in the house.
I like the arches because they're golden.
The golden, like my shoes,
Like my
for
toilet.
my little African Americans. But again,
a fine cheeseburger there, though. Make a fine cheeseburger.
I'm fucking furious at this hat. It fucking pisses me off.
I mean, if you can't send it back, I would just pitch it in the trash.
No, you fucking kidding me? In a couple years, I'll wear this defiantly when Trump is in his third year in his second term in office.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah? You want to bitch about the price of milk? Not to me, motherfucker.
How much time?
That looks like.
How much time did you spend on that today?
Maybe 3 minutes.
So, listener, should I explain it to the listener?
Yeah, explain it to the listener. They need some context.
So listener, King has a little drawn MAGA logo that he has been putting off and on his hats that he taped on there. It's pretty good. Actually, the way that's designed is far superior to anything that he actually sells. Like it's kind of gangster.
I've been to a few rallies, so I know how it looks.
It looks very like 90s skateboard brand.
You're bringing in the youths, is what you're doing.
Well, I mean, so I went down to a middle school to poll people on Biden v. Trump, and what they said was Trump, he was a skater boy. And he said, "Hey, border, see you later, boy. You're not good enough for me." So,
I was a skater boy. They're saying Joe Biden, see you later, boy.
But
see you later, boy.
I'm not saying it. There's people are saying it.
That's what we're gonna say to all the illegals. Gonna say, "See you later, boy," and everyone gets a new skateboard. Welcome to America.
Thrasher meets MAGA, says WCB.
Yeah. Tony Hawk flies high. Not as high as a bald eagle, mind ya. But he's flying high.
Not as high as my polling.
Not as high as my polling.
They say I'm doing very well in Nevada.
Some people say Nevada. Could you imagine saying Nevada?
I'm so glad that came back. The Trump accent. I honestly thought I had lost it there. So I don't think
better get used to it, boys.
I don't think it's great. I just,
No, none of us think it's great. We've all said we don't.
It's coming back. No, I'm saying my personal Trump accent. Yeah. I mean, if you're agreeing with that, then okay, that's one thing. All right. Any sports to talk about?
Sports.
Sports.
Speaking of,
I don't think so.
Speaking of the Chiefs, I did find it funny that the Chiefs ownership got an F- grade in the latest.
I did see that. So the owner gets an F-. What is that saying? That he's just an asshole and he underpays
No,
people?
in print, small enough that you couldn't accuse them of putting it in small print, but it was just small enough to where people missed it. It was like, this is mainly based on facility upgrades. And the facilities in Kansas City are shit. Arrowhead's shit. The practice facility is shit. That whole fucking area is shit. The Royals, actually in like 2 days, have a thing on the ballot to move to downtown because that area is in the middle of nowhere and it's shit. So, of course, F- seems a little low. And this is just me. If a NFL rosters are different than NBA rosters, right? Where everyone in the NBA, you play 3 years, you're a multimillionaire, right? You can be the last person on the bench. You're rich. NFL rosters, it's not the case. But I still am like, you really complaining about an indoor practice facility?
Well,
really?
when you were Cincinnati and you didn't have one in Cincinnati, it makes sense.
Sure.
So even in Kansas City as well, if they don't have one, it gets cold as fuck. I'm saying,
Kansas City has one, and I'm just saying, everything is shit. The stadium is shit. Arrowhead is shit. It's great. It's fun on Sundays. It's shit. But at a certain point, I'm like, you're gonna. I don't, and like I said, this could have been 4 Kansas. I think it was like 1,700 and change NFL players who took the survey total. So let's say there's 5 Kansas City players that took the survey. It's not Mahomes. It's not Kelsey. It's not
Valdez-Scantling.
Right. It's someone kind of in the middle and some fringe guys. I don't. You want to know what? I don't care that your practice facility doesn't have Brazilian wood floor. Like, I get it. You came from the SEC or you came from Oregon or wherever. It doesn't bother me. Some of the other stuff, like sharing jock straps or Cincinnati, where they're like, we have 5 working toilets total in our locker room. And our showers don't work either. That's different. It's just, but no one in Kansas City had that. And granted, the Clark Hunt, my God, you were born on third base. Have you seen the video of his
suite?
His suite. That's yeah. Guy, your dad did that shit. Fucking got the locker room. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, aren't they trying to get a new stadium built? Isn't that?
No, the Royals are. The Chiefs.
He's not wanting to pitch a new stadium.
No. Oh, you didn't see the Chiefs renovations the other day?
It
is so sad. Like, they want $800 million. So the renovations will be $800 million. I think they're putting in $300 million. They want $500 million from the taxpayers. And this is assuming on March 2nd, the Royals thing gets passed, they move downtown so they can take over Kaufman. It's like a fucking turf field with like a stage and a ride share parking lot and canopies on the top level so fans aren't being burned by the sun. Or it's shit. They suck. It's terrible. It's awful. But if they were to say we want,
it sounds like a high school is what it sounds.
Yes. Arrowhead sucks. Arrowhead's a piece of shit. It's loud, but it's kind of like Autzen, to be honest. It's not very nice. When you're in the bowl and the game is going on and you're in the seats, it's pretty rad. Everything else kind of sucks. Like Reser Stadium with amenities, if we're being honest, even though it's like 30,000 seats instead of 60, it's better than Autzen. So it's one of those things where Arrowhead is not nice. But if they were to sit there, because owners don't very rarely Steve Ballmer can say "fuck you." Like, I'm building a dome in Inglewood. Owners very rarely are like, you want to know what? I'm paying $7 billion to build that stadium. It's just the world we live in. I don't agree with it. You don't agree with it. No one agrees with it. But you just kind of got to eat it at a certain point.
You could be the White Sox owner trying to have the city pay $1 billion for a new stadium for the White Sox.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Is that the Reindorfs still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't think it is.
No, he sold it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just what Chicago needs, by the way. Spend $1 billion on a baseball stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing else Chicago could use that money for.
Okay, Clay Travis. What are we doing here?
I mean, don't you know about how much money they're going to bring into the city with a new stadium with 4,000 people watching the White Sox on a Tuesday afternoon? I mean, come on. Pays for itself.
But I was hearing some commentary where they're like, "Oh my God, the Kansas City organization, they treat their players like shit." I'm like, I don't think that's exactly what that survey said. And I'm fully saying facilities suck. But I don't think anyone's sitting there being like like they're throwing tax at them while they're playing.
Clearly it doesn't affect the play on the field. That's for sure.
White Sox still owned by Jerry Reinsdorf.
Is it right? I thought they sold.
Yep.
That's even worse, him trying to ask for $1 billion.
But like, what cracks me up is Dolphins are number one across the board. And that's cool. I mean, Steve, on the team for like 22 years, and he hasn't. Then in January, you report to a really cool facility, and it's 70 degrees. But that's okay. That's awesome. That's very cool. I personally would not trade that with my hard hat. Or, get
it on. There you go.
My MAGA hat, because, hard work is hard work. But, I'm just saying, congrats to the Dolphins. Hang the banner. You're number one in ownership.
Maybe if they had a practice in, a little tougher environments, they could win a game in the postseason.
No, their coach wears capris and off-white shoes. And thick frame glasses. He can't make them practice. He might sweat. He can't do that.
No. Indoor practice facility needs to be cold. Needs to be the opposite, right? Yeah. That's the point of them. Like, most teams go to their indoor to avoid the weather. They go to the indoor to find some weather. F- is a little passive aggressive. I mean, F-, like, come on. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as an F-. Like, come on.
Again, I agree. The facilities are shit. They are.
Yeah, but like, F-, come on.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
Like, if I was filling that out and I was like, what? I guess I did win 2 Super Bowls in the last 13 months. I'll give him a C. Let's give him a C.
I think I heard like Mecole Hardman being interviewed or something the other day where he's like, "Dog, I've won like 3 Super Bowls. You can't tell me shit."
Well, he was in context. He was telling that to Jets players.
Yeah. It was like Sauce Gardner or something. Sauce Gardner needs to like stay off of Twitter this offseason, man. He is picking fights with everybody, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's one of the best corners in the NFL really quickly. But, come on, man. Like, you're not Dion out here quite yet, my guy.
Did you see that Sauce? And I think it was the punter for the Jets accused Hardman of giving other teams game plans.
Was it not Valdez-Scantling he was getting into it with?
I thought it was Mecole, wasn't it?
No, it was Hardman. It was Hardman.
Too.
No, it was Hardman. Hardman played for the Jets.
That's the point, though. Is it's been everybody.
It's been everyone, but they accused him of giving the playbook to the other teams at 2 games, and I think the Jets won both those games. So, like, what are we doing here?
Cheating Chiefs, like usual.
Right.
What's the difference?
Standard. Just making the grass too long.
Holding every single Super Bowl they're in. No penalties. I mean, are you into the refs? What's going on? That's I'm not saying. I'm just asking the questions. People are saying. I would never say it, but people are saying.
Well, while we're still in the NFL, I don't know if you saw, Braga. I put it in the Discord of, I tend to like to follow what like Vegas lines move because usually they know something. That Kirk Cousins is now, he was plus 15,000. Now he's only plus 1,800 to be the Niners QB next year.
I see that. It's funny because like Shanahan wanted him before they got Jimmy G. Like all the way back then, before they signed Jimmy G, Shanahan, when he was hired, wanted to go after Kirk Cousins. And like for whatever reason just didn't get him back then. And so
because it was a lot of fucking money for
he's not going to be a lot of money now because did he rupture his Achilles? Didn't that
Achilles,
just happen?
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might. So here, if they're going to do what they did with Sam Darnold and just bring him in as like the backup who could end up being better, and then if he is better, then you start him instead. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. He's not going to be expensive coming off that injury at his age. Like,
no,
Guys, I have breaking news.
oh,
da 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 da.
Fresh off an 11-game conference losing streak, heading into the fourth quarter, the University of Oregon women are tied 42-42 against UC Berkeley. Back to you.
Hey.
Thanks for the update, King. Now back to the podcast. 42-42. Is that good? I mean, is Cal good?
I mean, they're on a school record 11-game losing streak, so,
Cal or Oregon?
Oregon.
Yeah, I know. They're really bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're really bad. Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about that last week some too, but very bad at basketball. Kind of interesting. And they almost beat the Beavs the other night, so
Hey.
It's weird. It's weird. All right, what other sports we got?
I mean, the men beat the Beavs last night.
I mean, that's okay, I guess. Are we still paying attention to them? I sort of look at them like
listen, guys.
I sort of look at them like the Blazers now. Like,
no, what the hell? You're talking about a 15-60 team versus a team that's like a game and a half out of first place in the conference.
I know.
Oregon men, they're not good, but come on.
Big game in a couple days against Arizona coming up too. So
they'll lose. Come on, we're not watching that one.
But if they don't, I tell you what, if they beat Arizona, that's their 20th win on the year. Arizona number 6 in the country. That's a big win.
They need to win that game because right now they don't have any actually Washington State's their lone good win.
Really. I'm telling you, buddy, look at the net.
Look at the net.
Colorado and Utah way higher than you would think.
Oh, really?
Like Colorado is in the 30s.
Really?
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't get the net.
They play Colorado and Utah at the end of the season too. So I find it hard to believe that only 2 teams out of the Pac-12 could make the tournament. We know the conference isn't that good. But historically, the conference does fairly well in the tournament. I feel like
what is this conference called?
Conference of Champions.
Conference of Champions.
Exactly. I feel like they're kind of getting a raw deal this year because Arizona's Arizona. They've been kind of in the top 10 all year. But Washington State is an annoyingly good team that's kind of I don't know if they're still in first place in the conference, but I think they are.
I think they're half game
out now. But the fact that the Ducks could be let's say they lose to Arizona, they could have 21, and if they win they could have a 23-win season, finish 3rd in the conference, and not make the tournament. I find that kind of hard to believe.
Not on Skis Watch. No, sir.
No. We've seen get a Pac-12 team in the tournament. You saw it with the fucking Beavs. You see it with UCLA. They make fucking runs. Get Purdue the fuck out of here. Get Virginia the fuck out of here. They're going to lose first round guaranteed. They're fucking terrible.
Listen, Purdue sucks, and they will lose early again. They lost to a 16 seed last year.
Yes.
But they're number 2 in the nation. I'm not even going to say get Purdue out of here. But Zach Edey, fraud. Loser. Get him out of here.
But that's been Virginia. Virginia gets knocked out in the first and second round the last like 4 years.
Well,
And they've been
national title that one.
That was like I think 5 years right after that. Right after that, they still had the hype of they're going to win 42-47. That's how they're trying to win every game. It doesn't work in the fucking tournament.
They do suck to watch. I will say that.
They're the worst. They're the fucking worst. They're worse than watching the little Bayheim Syracuse teams.
Booble asking
Yeah,
if you're.
I think you're right.
Booble asking if you're dropping cash on Oregon against Arizona ski.
I'm not. Can't trust the Ducks.
No, I don't see why anybody would. Is there a easier easier, I'll just say that, job than being the Pac-2 commissioner? Because George K. lost his job, or mutually lost, whatever. And so they hired his replacement, and she's going to be the commissioner of 2 teams. So, I mean, they have athletic directors. The athletic directors, I feel like, can just do that job, right? And just make a phone call between the 2, and hey, we'll do a conference call with the 3 of us, and this is us acting as commissioners for a conference that doesn't exist. Why does the conference still exist after this year?
I don't
know. Why
isn't
are
the
they?
commissioners?
So they're eventually trying to bring in other schools, right? To like recreate the conference into something new. Like, why? Branding? Is it branding?
Because I think they think if they keep that title, they bring in, let's say they bring in the Mountain West or something like that, that they might give the allure like there's still a legit conference and try to get those. Because it's going to be all about how many teams can you get into the tournament? And if they're not into that, major conference where you don't get that guaranteed team in, that's what they're pushing for.
Well, they're not. Like that. That's
what
they're
going to try. That's what they're going to try to push it as. Is keeping the conference together, add teams, say, hey, this is still the Pac-8 or whatever, Pac-10 they might even be. Who knows? I'd say, hey, we're still, look at our titles. Look at the banners for the Pac-10. Look at them hanging there. We're legit.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I see value in hanging on to those records and, all of the years, Conference of Champions for 100 years. I get it. Like, I see the value in that, but also those aren't going anywhere anyways. Like, I mean,
do they just get to claim every title that was won by a Pac-12 10-8 team? Is that just now their property?
I think so, right?
So they split it up. They 1 and 2 in national titles. Done.
It's going to be like interesting. You have 2 teams who have a chance to win the conference next year. Is that a thing? I don't know.
I don't think it's technically a conference still next year.
No, it's for the next 2 years. It's not.
Yeah. Which so what do you need a commissioner for when your job as commissioner is to promote and expand and like keep your conference together? Why are you paying? You're blowing money on somebody that's obsolete.
I think.
Why do you care though?
Yeah, fair enough. Long gone.
Question. I'm just saying, what's the point?
Sounds like you care.
Oh, I care. I'm big mad. Big mad for Eves and the fucking Cougs.
Why don't you log off?
So, I mean, Coug guy making fun of ski over here, by the way. biggest Coug honk I know.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Bond, baby.
Uh-huh. I just think it's weird. Like, so she's essentially like, in these next couple years, she's sort of trying to keep it afloat and then convincing other schools to join forces with them, I think is the goal. But that's a big ask, like, because what's the value in this conference other than the history? And is that enough to convince like another school is in the Mountain West right now? The Mountain West has more value than the Pac-2.
I mean, I gotta believe, I don't know the particulars, but I would believe that if you ask Boise State, Fresno, they would jump to the Pac.
That's what I'm saying,
or whatever. So I do think they would jump. Whatever that means, they would not be a Power 5 conference for many, many many years. But I do think they would see that as a jump up. If nothing else, they get a couple $1 million more a year type thing.
I think I have a solution to make them a conference and keep the conference alive. Is that Big Ten, SEC, ACC? You send them two
We don't
teams.
want the ACC. Whoa. Time out. We are Big Ten brethren.
I'm saying
we only acknowledge the SEC. We are not partners with the ACC.
No.
We are not partners with the Big 12. As longtime Big Ten affiliates,
Yes.
it is just us and our brothers in the SEC. Do not bring Clemson in here.
Big letter B, number 1, big
One,
letter G.
eight.
That's us, baby. The number 1. You know what that stands for? It stands for we don't need to even talk about the ACC. That's what it stands for.
All right, then the Big 18 or whatever we're going to be, and the SEC, we should kick to the curb, Northwestern and Vandy, send them to the pack. There you go. There's your landing spot.
We got to have academics, man. What are you talking about? That is part of our mission statement. As Big Ten, as a Big Ten university.
At least.
God,
Rutgers.
I love
Can we
this.
throw them out?
I love this so much. Oregon has not played one game in this conference yet, and we're already kicking out Rutgers.
Nah, Rutgers is a good school. Cannot get rid of them.
No.
Oh,
You're
what
trying
does
to get
bring to the table?
You're trying to get rid of that market ski? Come on, man. Think about the money. Come on.
New York's one true team.
All right, then do we call that Minnesota? We get rid of Minnesota?
We can get rid of Minnesota.
Okay, all right.
Illinois? Nah. Although that's Chicago.
No. Northwestern is Chicago's one true
That's
team.
the real
Chicago
Chicago school. Yeah. Give me Northwestern. Kick Illinois out.
Yes.
I like where this is going.
All of a sudden, the Pac, you get the Pac-10 back, baby, with all these teams that we just want to get fucking rid of.
All these teams from the East Coast.
Yeah. Yes.
From New Brunswick to Fresno. To San Jose. Well, San Jose doesn't count. That's a cool city. Albuquerque to... Well, they do have Hatch Chili's there. Damn it. That's cool.
They do.
Man.
And Matt, we have established that.
Well, tortillas on the roof.
And
yeah.
turquoise.
Oh, I love me some turquoise.
Big turquoise.
Love me some turquoise. If I could be ensconced in anything other than velvet, it would be turquoise.
You gotta love when your main exports are meth and turquoise.
So if you get something that's turquoise, does it have to be in hemp? I feel like that's kind of hemp and turquoise kind of go hand in hand together.
Yeah, like a little bracelet or a necklace or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you're not getting a piece of turquoise in some platinum.
Yeah,
or something like silver.
Or just the rock itself that is turquoise. Yeah, I feel like any gas station or something you're gonna see those. Gas station in the country, I should say. And somebody's gonna have made it, which means they just painted it turquoise.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Should we get to our list? I don't know. I can't think of any other sports things to talk about. No?
Let me check real quick. Maybe I took a note or two. I don't know. Wendy's dynamic pricing. What'd you think about that?
Oh, yeah. It's very dynamic and pricing. Caitlin Clark says, Booble. We could talk about Caitlin Clark. She's going to be the number 1 pick. She's the best women's player ever. I mean, cool.
Yeah, she's good. It's very good.
Can I read off a Caitlin Clark stat?
Sure.
I love stats. Big numbers guy.
This year, Caitlin Clark, in her 4th year playing college basketball, has 6 triple-doubles, which ties her with Danielle Carlson from Youngstown State in 1985 and 1986 with 6 triple-doubles. It also ties her with this, I don't know if you've heard of her. It was 2017, 2018. Sabrina Ionescu had 6.
Plucky player.
Plucky. And oh my gosh, in 2018, 2019, that Sabrina Ionescu, whatever, she had 8 triple-doubles in the year.
Mariota.
And oh my gosh. I mean, I know Peacock Network wasn't around then to just explode this. But in 2019, 2020, Sabrina Ionescu had 8 triple-doubles in a season. So, when people say Caitlin Clark is the triple-double goddess, I'm just sticking to facts, folks.
Yeah.
Straight facts.
Just raw numbers over here.
8-6. I'm just saying. I hate to burst the bubble, but it is what it is.
Greater than
Just
6.
breaking bubbles here.
Breaking the bubble.
One
Also-
number bigger than the other number.
We're talking about facts. Ski, look up. Did the Washington Wizards? What's their score right now against the Lakers?
Look it up.
Look it up. Because the Washington Wizards are currently 0-18 in February.
They are down 1 point at half, 69-70.
Oh, nice.
Great defensive
Nice.
game.
Okay, well, whatever. Well, I was hoping they were down by like 30, and that would make this. But if they lose tonight, they're currently 0-11 in February. If they lose tonight, they'd be 0-12, which would make them what the Washington Wizards beat writer said was the 15th team ever to go winless in an entire calendar month in NBA history.
Wow.
The Pistons did it earlier this year, right?
Yes. Did the
But
Spurs
you want to
as
know
well?
you want to know the correction is they would be the 16th team because he forgot that right now the Portland Trailblazers went winless this month at 0-9.
Yeah, because they don't play tonight.
They don't play tonight.
Yeah,
Leap year. You know what I mean?
Go Blazers.
Da, 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 da.
Rip City, baby.
All right, City.
Somewhere Richard Lewis is just looking down on the Blazers and crying.
Big ups to Richard Lewis, R.I.P.
Before we get to our list,
Yep.
can I just say the best Richard Lewis tweet ever was very foreshadowing. It's because he knew he was dying. Did you guys see this tweet he had?
No. Did you see this?
Did
anybody hear this? Did you see this?
It was from February 9th of this year. And he goes, I'll be Larry's best friend from hell sooner than you think. Watch Curb on HBO Max.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. He knew, man. He knew.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of forgot he had ALS. So when I was watching the season for the first couple episodes, I was like, fuck, he looks terrible. And then I remembered he had ALS. And then the golf episode where he hits the guy in the back. And I was like, oh, man, I know this is the last season. But I was like, oh, this is his last season.
Yep.
It was perfect time to end with him and the Funk Man dying. You couldn't have another season after this.
No.
Yep, totally makes sense. King John from Robin Hood Men in Tights as well.
He has a
fan.
mole? I have a mole?
I have a mole? He's great. Love that movie. All right, let's do
Very
our
good.
list. So our list came from Nutian, I think, in the Discord. It is Nathan FKD in the Discord, as a matter of fact. Did you order your MAGA hat from him? Did he get it? Was that a fat kid deal?
It was a steal. Steal.
Yeah. Use the coupon code. Don't forget, but at checkout. He says, top 3 lies you were told by your parents as a kid / you tell your kids now. I don't know where this list came from, where the idea for it came from, but I enjoyed it, so let's go with it. Who wants to start?
I guess I'll start.
I'll start. Okay.
Go for it then.
Okay. My number 3 is letting them win at stuff and building up their ego by letting them win at things. That's something some parents do, some definitely don't. But I've done that a few times. Not lately, but we also don't really compete at much. So, and once they reach middle school, they start beating you at shit too. So you gotta step up.
You play a lot of video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
I assume you still. I guess
Doesn't play
Not quite the old
doesn't
days
play
where
like
you
doesn't play
fighters.
sports games or anything.
Sports.
So we don't.
Yeah.
We're not competing that much.
Yeah.
Maybe chess. We did like we were playing chess a few weeks ago, and so I definitely didn't let him win.
We're already like a level 2 grandmaster because you wear glasses. It's just built in.
Basically. And
Speaking of wizards,
Grandmaster with German accent. Now that I look like Jürgen Klopp.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't help. That's not helping you, buddy.
No,
you ain't beating the Grandmaster Wizard allegation after that German thing.
You don't like this accent? Okay, I'll take
no,
off.
buddy.
Yeah, it's normal now. Now that I have the hat off, it's weird. It's just when I put the hat on, I just talk like that.
I guess I'll go. My number 3 is them trying to say video games rot your brain. Didn't say that because that's most people's jobs now are in technology.
Screens, right? No, like we tell our kids like screens are bad for us and blah blah blah. And they are, but also that's all we do all day long in our jobs. So yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I mean, I could have been the first like ninja or whatever that fucking streamer guy's name is. They just, parents just try to hold you back. That's the problem.
No, you know what? I feel like a complete asshole right now because when my kid asked me like 4 years ago, probably it was like, hey, can I do a YouTube channel? I should have fucking let him. Like, why the hell not? Like I was
you
like,
blow up like Mr. Beast, and then you're fucking set, man.
Well, what's it gonna hurt? Like the kids just being creative, whatever. I was totally in my parent like protective mode. Like
the only thing is,
but
people can get your address and stuff. And that's a little.
I can run it. There's gonna be like 3 people watching it anyway. It's like whatever.
I can relate.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. What's yours?
My number 3, Easter. Fucking bunny came to your back door? Really?
And shit chocolate?
We don't even go to mass. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Like Jesus? Like you're gonna tell me Jesus is real? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like
the only Jesus my kid has in his life is Kanye West from like the college dropout. Like he walks with him. God show me the way.
Put your hat back on and say how much you love Kanye West. That'll work.
Oh, Kanye West? Yes, he is. He is best rapper. Wait, where did the German accent go? What the hell was that one?
He makes very good points on things, right?
Whoa, we need to stop doing accents right now. You were going like Middle Eastern there, I think. Like
that was my German accent.
That was my German accent, yeah. No, see, that's like Swedish when you do the yeah thing.
No, that's just stereotypical.
We're losing it.
I'm just saying, hear Kanye out.
Yeah.
Maybe the Jews, not so great. Unless we're talking about genocide and Gaza Strip. And then he's totally fucking right. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Go Chiefs.
Your MAGA's falling all over the place.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
Trump Kanye 2024, baby.
You dropped your MAGA on the floor there.
Oh.
All right. Huckle Benny number 3 in the chat. If you keep making that face, it'll get stuck like that. That's a good one. Booble, you'll go blind if
We know where Booble's going there.
Oh, come on.
At least he went,
come on.
At least he went blind and saying getting hairy palms. That's
dude. Did your parents talk to you about masturbation?
No, we lived in a different time, man. We had to look at thumb pics on the computer and scroll down.
Really slow loading pictures.
And see a lot of fur burgers, which, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It was never my thing.
It's scrambled Cinemax.
Even as a horn dog, 16-year-old, the fur burger was not my deal.
Good to know. And then WC.
That's why I'm always shaving like a blind mole, or whatever those things are called.
Blind mole.
What little? You know what I'm talking about? Those little moles.
A mole rat.
Yeah, mole rat. Yeah.
WCP says tooth fairy shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2/3.
I never believed that one, to be honest.
I never did either.
No.
I still do it. Like my kid's 12, just lost like only a few teeth to lose left.
Yeah, you do the thing.
I still.
It
do.
is
It's
what
fun.
it is.
It's
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
yeah,
I like an excuse to give him money, basically. All right. So number 2, my number 2 is you can be anything you want.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Especially if you're a girl. Look. I support women. I support all the women. I just want everybody to know. I'm just saying, like, society's a piece of shit, and we hide the fact that society sucks from our kids on a regular basis. That's the biggest lie we tell our kids is we hide the fact that society sucks, and it's built to ruin them and tear them down every step of the way, especially if you're not a white male. So there. That's the lie.
A straight white male.
Straight white male, exactly.
Who makes by themselves over $75,000 a year, just on the low end.
Yeah.
You're making 45. Hats off to you, brother. You're screwed.
Relying on that child income credit or whatever on taxes. I just did my taxes.
EIC, baby.
Yeah. Oh, that kicker tax for Oregon this year, by the way, boys. Woo-wee!
Ooh, boy, that accountant from Oregon needs to be fired. What the hell was that about?
Let's go. I don't know, but I'll take it.
I was wrong. Yeah, when I do the ledger on our bank account, I'd be wrong by $150, $200 in a month, Sorry. $30 million. Whoopsie doopsie. Who is to know? Our bad.
It's like Office Space, like the decimal was off. Yeah.
It's
really,
1/10 of a penny losing every transaction.
Exactly.
I guess I'll go. My number 2, the myth that you have to wait 30 minutes after eating to go swimming.
That's
It's a
not
fucking
true.
lie.
That's not true.
It's a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie.
Cramp. You're gonna fucking drown from cramping, Ski.
I'll eat a fucking Big Mac in the pool while I'm swimming. I'll be perfectly fine.
That's the best image ever. Somebody in a pool eating a Big Mac.
That's gross.
You should have like a 42 or something.
It's nasty.
Well, go hand in hand with each other.
Big Mac and a Mickey's. That's what you should have.
Little Mickey's grenade.
All glass.
Did love a good grenade.
Or what? No, what are those? The Buzz Ball. That's what you should have.
Oh,
man. That's what those
are
Mickey's,
terrible.
Mickey's were essentially buzz balls.
Yeah.
Little grenades.
They were buzz balls before buzz balls.
Gross.
All right. My number 2 lie that parents tell their kids is, do you guys watch The Daily Show still?
I've seen clips of Jon Stewart
clips.
since he came
Okay,
back.
just clips. Did you guys watch a clip of Jon Stewart on Monday talking about his dog Dipper?
No, I wasn't in the mood for it.
Okay, well, the lie we tell is, hey, little Johnny, Licorice, he's at the farm on the rainbow in the sky. Yeah, that's where he is. He's fine. It's an endless farm. There's rainbows. He's good. No, we took him to the hospital. Or we took him to the vet, and we watched them stick something in his arm, and he died like that. That's how it went. But we tell them.
All dogs also don't go to heaven. There are some asshole dogs that there's no way they go to heaven. Also,
Or if you want to get even deeper,
also heaven's not
is
real.
heaven real?
Also, there's no such thing as heaven.
Also, are you sure about that?
Well, actually,
There's the biggest lie. There's the biggest lie parents tell their kids.
We don't need to go down that road. That's too big. It's too big.
I don't know, man. We've already talked about Jesus being a lie. Now we've talked about heaven being a lie. I think we've already gotten there. That's not actually one of our numbers, but it's out there. Toots from the chat. Booble says it's not about winning; it's about having fun. No, if you don't win, you're a loser. So if you're cool being a loser, I guess that's a cool attitude to have.
If you're not first, you're last.
Damn right. Hucklebenny, don't sit so close to the TV.
I will. I do think it's probably not great for your eyes. So I don't.
Old man.
The only guy here who's not wearing glasses ever. You know, what are you talking about? Your rod and cone privilege. Check it at the door, sir.
Yes, you see how I'm like closer to the screen tonight, by the way? Like with my glasses on too? Jesus. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Falling apart slowly. And then WCP says video games will rot your brain.
Yeah.
No, man.
You need better hand-eye coordination. What they do.
Thank you. Hand-eye coordination never mentioned, unless it's by people who like us who played lots of video games. All right, my number 1 is fruit and milk are good for you.
I love milk, man.
It's not good for you.
I don't care.
No, okay.
Every couple of weeks, some whole milk. Oh,
I think we've argued about this before, where milk is fucking disgusting.
Oh, it's delicious.
I put half and half in my coffee every morning. I do not drink coffee without half and half. It's the fucking best. But if I have more than 1 cup, again, I have to put half and half in it. It fucks my stomach up.
I'm so glad I haven't reached that part of poop adult where I'm like, oh, I had a quesadilla. Oh, I gotta shit my brains out. Oh, I had ice cream. If Joe Biden can lick ice cream, you guys can eat ice cream. Get the fuck out of here. Tell your gut to toughen the fuck up, squeeze that O-ring and say, not today, not now, not here. We're not doing it. I'm in control.
Not in a small town.
Try that in a small town.
I eat ice cream. I drink the half and half. It just fucks my stomach up. It's not good for the human body. It's not. It never has been, never will be. And by the way, fruit too. Fruit is like pure sugar. Like we're just giving kids fruit all day long. It's pure sugar.
Good sugar. It's good sugar.
Have some money,
sugar. Okay.
Good sugar.
Yeah. All right. That's another thing too as you get older. If you eat a bunch of fruit, you're getting diarrhea, my guy.
Are bananas the only good fruit? The only fruit that's like universally good for you?
I don't think they're a fruit.
Prunes?
They're not a fruit?
No, I think bananas they're not a fruit, right? Isn't that a
They're
fruit?
not a fruit.
What are they?
They're fruit. They're definitely not like a legume or whatever the fuck you think they might be.
What is going on here?
They're a fruit.
You're a fruit. You're a fruit.
They're definitely a vegetable. That's for sure.
It's just like a from asparagus? Like it's an offshoot? Like what are we doing here?
Botanically speaking, hang on, I gotta move my glasses for this. Botanically speaking, a banana is both a berry and a fruit.
A berry is not a fruit? Listen, I went through the 2008 election or the 2012 election cycle, and everyone told me berry was a fruit. That's an Obama joke, folks.
I think it's one of those things where it's all berries are fruits, but not all fruits are berries kind of thing.
Was Barry Sanders a fruit?
No, not Barry Sanders.
Never that. Never that. All right. That's
all right.
Go ahead.
My number 1 thing that I was lied to by my parents. Don't worry, you will get taller when you get older. I got fucking lied to.
You don't believe them?
Well, my dad was like, 5'10", 5'11", so I was like, oh, right.
Your mom's like 5'2".
5'2", she's 5 foot, I think.
I love your mom, by the way. Great woman.
I think I'll get lucky on the other end.
I love your mother. She's a great lady.
See, it wasn't until I took one of those DNA test things, right? It's like, you'll see, all that. And I kind of realized why. Because somehow I'm 60% Sicilian, which is all her. So I feel like she just overpowered, and I got 60% of her, and I did not get any extra height from my dad. That was bullshit.
That's fucking amazing.
It was bullshit.
Fucking
amazing.
When did they stop telling you that?
Probably once I was like 13.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Like 27. Yeah. What?
I was hoping you would be like, well, when I was 17, my parents still told me I'd get taller.
I think once like puberty hit in, I was like, oh,
From a young age.
you're done growing. You know, I'm not fucking like Dennis Rodman who grew like 7 inches from 18 to 19. I didn't.
For like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting accepted to like a small time school and then growing and becoming
Right.
an all pro. Yeah, no.
Mm.
All right, what you got?
My number one lie parents tell to their kids is on Saturday morning while the TV is on some random channel and there's a shower running in the master bedroom. And your mom's just taking a shower. I'll let you in a second.
Oh no!
Just taking a shower.
No.
Yeah, you come right in.
No.
You come in a second, but wait for me to come in.
No.
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 I thought the lie was we're just wrestling, isn't that the lie you say?
No, that's if you don't lock the door and they catch you.
Oh,
Say it. You got to be smart.
No.
Throw on some whatever was you. Little shower running in the back. Yeah, you're right out.
Well, listener, you wish you were watching us right now. Again, fucking find us on Twitch, man. Oh, that
How
was
did
too
she
good.
come out right then? The timing was
The
insane. I had
timing was
to stick to it. It was my list is my list.
The timing was so good. Oh my god. Okay, let's go back up here. Number ones from the chat. Let's see. Ooh, by the way, Booble says Big Mac in a pool is the ultimate fat kid deal. Good point. Uncle Benny, number one, your grades in school are very important. I feel like that changed recently, though. Like, I don't know.
Especially in Oregon.
Yeah.
in Oregon.
What, can I tell you something funny?
Yeah.
This is cool. You gotta be quiet. So my oldest kid, has been on for the first two terms.
The one playing 3 sports right now?
Yes, he's been on honor roll first 2 terms. I'm like, that's really cool. That's awesome. And then I learned like 2 days ago that there's honor roll, which is a 3-point to a 3.4. And then there's like presidential honor roll. Speaking of presidents, where it's like 3, 4 to. It's like it's honor roll. You got to bust your ass higher. You got to get a 3, 4. You got to be on presidential honor roll. I can't celebrate him after this.
Ooh,
Sorry.
That's tough. That's tough. Tough but fair. Tough but fair. Yeah. Yeah, my kid, straight A's, first 2 terms, middle school, no big deal. No big deal. I wouldn't say he's elite, but other people are saying.
Picking that 3.2 out of my fucking house here.
Get that again. If you ain't first, you're last. Let's see. WCP says, "Go to college if you want to get ahead in life."
God.
Again, that's kind of recent too. I think.
Yeah.
We realized it recently. I think. It's
Yes, we were the generation that realized, what the fuck, this shit's a lie.
Why are we paying money
Aren't they-
to
Go-
do this? Yeah.
Go to trade school if you want to get ahead in life.
Fuck, I mean, my body would die at 50, but
Oh,
God, I wish
yeah,
I was an electrician, man.
Mm-hmm.
No,
What the hell?
You retire at 50. Like,
Eh,
yeah.
eh.
Yeah.
But I think when you retire, you have to buy like a shitty boat and just like work on motors all day. I think that's part of the rules, being an electrician.
That works. Go move to the Ozarks. Marty Bird. Let's
Fuck
go.
you, Marty
Marty.
Bird.
Let's see. Booble says, number one, they don't have a favorite kid. King, I'm going to let you take this one.
Hate them both.
They
I'd have so much more fun if they weren't around.
You have a lot more
My
money.
season tickets at Autzen would be awesome.
I'd do like baseball stadium tours. I'd like,
Oh my God.
sure as shit wouldn't live in Eugene anymore. Believe that.
No. I'd be at Huntington Beach with my MAGA people.
Go Go find your people, man.
Go find my people.
I made these people. I don't even like them. Good stuff. All right. Anything else in the chat before we go? Hucklebenny says he paid an electrician $200 an hour for a quick rewiring job in his bathroom last year. That's wild. It's a lot of money, Gina. If you know how to do it, make a lot of money doing it.
Plumbing and wiring. Come on, man. Don't fuck with that shit if you don't know.
Yeah, it's a good way to kill yourself.
Both those things.
If you want to kill yourself, by all means.
Yeah, no. That's the bad thing about owning a home is plumbing and wiring. Like you don't know it. You don't know it. You can fake roofing.
Oh yeah.
You fuck it up. You can find where the leak is and you fix it. You fuck up some electric stuff or some plumbing. Well, 2 months in a burnt house or a $10,000 leak later, there you are.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yes, and that's another lie parents tell their kids. Own a home.
Buy a home.
That's fun. That's a good investment.
Well, nowadays the lie is you can fucking afford one.
My God,
I can't.
That's a whole different. Jesus Christ.
That is a different conversation for sure. Yeah. No,
oh my God.
It's condos or nothing at this point. So I hope you like living in an apartment.
Yeah.
With a fancy name to it.
Yep. All right. Anything else? We made it. Movie on Sunday. Fast X. It is on Prime. Watch it. Listen to us talk about it. Speaking of watching it, thanks for watching us tonight and listening to us whenever you do that. Bye.
Family.
Family.
Family.